Hi everyone, this is Roel from Shweki Media, and today we're going to learn how to approve and reject pages for our printed pieces that we've sent to Shweki Media. What I've already done is logged in, created a new job, and uploaded files to that job, and we have a tutorial covering that if you have any questions about that. And then I waited until Shweki Media Prepress went through my job to make sure there were no problems with margins, bleeds, trims, low resolution images, fonts not embedded, all of those things. And then they asked for my approval on these pages. So for my overview page I just selected my job, there's a couple ways that I can approve pages. The first is to go into the Pages tab, and then I can select pages or deselect them. I can select all of them, or I can select none of them. And let's say that I want to approve these first 3 pages. Now that I have pages selected, I can reject them or approve them accordingly. And here it's giving me a warning that the front cover or the first page has pre-flight warnings. But if I'm not too overly concerned about them, I can ignore those warnings and click OK. And if I wanted to add a note, such as first page is OK as is, then I can do that. However, approving pages through here is not the best method since there's so many notes or annotations that it could be missing, and those can all be found in Smart Review. Smart Review is a little Java applet that you can download once you click this button. It can be found in the Summary or Pages tab. Just click on Smart Review, and there it's downloaded. So now I'm going to go to my Downloads folder, and I can just click on Smart Review. It'll open up, and this warning will come up asking if you want to trust this program, and since it's from the Eastman Kodak Company, you can pretty much trust it. And now all of these windows pop up. You really don't need most of these, so let's just start closing things out. And then that way, I could show you how to navigate the Smart Review applet. Over here on the left, you have your pages. Over here on your right, you'll have a bunch of tools. Some of these are grayed out because the page is already approved. But we have some panning and zooming in tools, some annotation tools, rulers. You can add guides, or you can check the ink density of a particular area, like the eyedropper tool in Photoshop. Along the bottom, you have different ways that you can view the page, such as zooming in and out, and then seeing the pages individually or as a spread. Now we've already approved these first 3 pages, so let's move on to the next spread. Now the one window that you do want to have open is the Pre-Flight Manager window, and you can find that by clicking up in the window of the menu, clicking Pre-Flight Manager, and that will show this little box. Anything that's a huge problem will be represented by a red X, and we have none of those. But we do have some warning triangles, some yellow warning triangles. So if you were to click on this first one, it shows this area, and it says a lot of information about some low resolution image. But what it's really pointing out is that there was a transparency, some interactivity between a drop shadow or a mask from this image and this text over here. That's really not going to be a big concern. If we go to this next page and click on those, you'll see that it says something about a low resolution image, and indeed Prepress has put down these annotations saying the same, low resolution image. Now, if these were a big concern to me, I could reject these pages and then go back and reshoot the photos and then send corrections. But since this is not a huge deal to me, I pulled these from the internet and there's not much I could do. Or if these were ads and they were supplied to you and there's not much you could do, well then you could just go ahead and approve these pages as is. You'll notice these red X and green check mark for rejecting and approving pages respectively. So you can just click on that, click OK, enter a comment if you want. And then this dialog box will ask if you want to move on to the next spread, which I don't want to do because I still have another page to approve on this spread, or I could stay on this current spread, or when I'm done with Smart Review, I can close it altogether. So we're going to approve this next page. I don't need to bring a comment. It does want to warn me that there were some pre-flight warnings, but I'm okay with that and just want to go ahead and approve it. Now I want to go to the next spread. And so what you'll do is you go page by page, spread by spread, and just take a little look at any pre-flight warnings that are brought up automatically by the system that are found by the pre-flight manager, anything that's called out by annotations. Sometimes Prepress will send an annotation that wasn't found by the system automatically, and then you can read these annotations, and if you think it's a big concern, you could reject the page and send a correction later, or you could just approve them and move on. So now I'm just going to take a little time to approve the rest of these pages. And now we run into a little problem. This is the last page in my little booklet. So it's supposed to be the back cover, but it looks like just a blank page. What I want it to look like instead is a little bit more like my front cover over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reject this last page, and then I'm going to upload a new page to replace it. So rejecting a page is just as easy as hitting this red X reject the page. And if you want to send a note, you could say, I'm going to send a new back cover. And since that was the last page I needed to approve or reject, I'm done with everything in Smart Review, and now I can just close it out. Now I'm back in Insight, and you can see that looking at my Pages tab, that I have all these approved pages and this one last rejected page. And now I want to upload a correction to replace this old back cover. The important thing about uploading new files is that it's not necessary to create a new job in order to upload new files. Just keep everything in the same job. So all you have to do is simply upload files, and it acts a lot like when you upload new files to start a new job. Again, we're coming up with this warning, making sure you want to run this little Java application. And for these uploaded files, you could add a note like calling this file transfer corrections, adding a note such as this is for the back cover. And then you could either drag and drop your files into this area, or you can click on the Add Files button and then use the menus to drill down to the file that you need, select it, and press Choose. And once you have all your other files that you want to upload for your corrections, go ahead and press Upload. And then Insight will just take you through this process like when you uploaded your original files. And once all the files are uploaded, you can just click Close. Once the files have been uploaded, you can refresh the Pages tab, and you'll notice that here are my approved pages, my one rejected page, and now this new page with a new file name. A little quick tip, whenever you're uploading revisions, you could help Prepress out by adding something like revisions or new or version 1, version 2 to the end of your file name so that we know it's the most current and up-to-date file that you want to use. And since this is the corrected page that we want to use, we can go ahead and approve it from here so that the Prepress department knows that this is the approved file that we want to use in place. So just a quick recap. You can approve and reject pages using the Pages tab in Insight, or by using Smart Review and going through all the concerns that Prepress wants to bring to your attention. So you could have a higher quality, better looking magazine. Please look at our previous tutorial videos if you have any questions on how to upload files, create a new job, or troubleshooting for Safari on Macintosh computers. Also, if you have any suggestions or questions or want to learn how to use a particular program such as InDesign or Photoshop, send us a request via email and we will produce those video tutorials as quickly as possible. Again, this is Roel from Shweki Media. Have a hassle-free day.